don't spend more than you make. That's usually the first one. That'll get people out of a lot of trouble. There are rules and a logical order that people should go through a planning process. Number one, if you're going to grow money in some sort of capacity, you can't spend it all, clearly not more than you make. There's got to be some healthy savings amount. And that can change over time, especially as people are getting started. It may only be a couple % of their income because they've got to make ends meet. You've got to pay the rent, you got to pay the utilities, the mortgage, the cars, student loans, things like that, to not go into debt or get, dings on a credit score. But at the same time, if you've got $400 left over at the end of the month, don't just go blow it all. Put some of that aside so it can continue to grow. And as people advance with their careers, get pay raises, get promotions, things of that nature, then that saving amount can be up. But generally speaking, from a rule of thumb, I try to tell people the goal is to save 15% of your income. If we're not doing 15% early on, we may do a little bit more on the later ends just to catch up. Sure. Many advisors choose to specialize in different areas. I work a lot with younger generations, helping make sure they're getting started on the right path, usually when something comes up in their lives that's a change. So they've either got their first job or first job change, getting married, buying their first home, having their first kids, because they understand here's some big change and I need to incorporate that into my life and I want to plan for the future. So I work a lot with those individuals. I'm also becoming a retirement income specialist. Again, you talked about designations. I'm working for designations in that field to be a specialist for retirement income planning. And I'm helping a lot of people 55 and older who have that vision of what retirement looks like for them. It's a little bit more clear than the 25-year-old that's getting that first job, who, they're worried about, how am I going to get this income? Where is it going to come from? What do I need to be thinking about for the next few years while I still have the job before I pull the trigger and switch into retirement and go from that period of accumulation where we're saving into distribution where they start to take their money out of their accounts. So I work with them, and then within those groups also, I focus a lot with school educators. So teachers in the K-12 public corporations who have probably one of the most complex benefit structures that exists today just because of all the changes through government regulations and things. Their accounts have changed. So they've got a variety of different retirement options in terms of their investments, as well as pensions, and Social Security may or may not be incorporated with some of those things as well.
Thank you for watching A Wise Way. Subscribe to stay updated, share to pass the knowledge, or view our other videos on the left.